Hello friends, welcome to a very wet and damp, cloudy Labor Day here at Creekside Nursery. We are at the house today and you can see there's probably some activity behind me. We are finally putting the fountain in this patio area. If you have followed Creekside for any length of time, really for about the last year and a half, you know that this whole area, this patio, just celebrated its 1 year anniversary of being complete. And we have talked about putting a fountain in this space from the very first moment that we ever decided to create the patio. Now, the location has changed several times and the actual fountain itself has changed several times. We have finally decided on the hospitality fountain from unique stone, and today is the day that it is going in. So behind me I have got Jerry on the Bobcat, I have got Josh and Roman getting the space level, and pretty soon this sweet thing is going to go in. So we're going to kind of show you all of that whole little bit of a process. Then we've got some fun things up at production because yet again it is fall and we are thinking of expansion at Creekside Nursery. So we're going to show you our expansion projects that are going to be happening this fall and winter. So just a little bit of everything. It is Labor Day, but you know, what are you supposed to do on Labor Day? Rest? Ha! Not here at Creekside. We are laboring, but it's a different kind of labor because it's just at a relaxed pace. There's no pressure. We're just out here having some fun and dodging the rain for sure. So I'm going to come over here and show you a little bit of what is going on with this fountain. So we thought we were going to beat the rain, and of course not. So we were putting the finishing touches on the fountain for today, not final touches. And it started sprinkling, and Jerry's like, well, come on, Jenny, let's run up to the production right quick and do some things and show the people what's happening. And of course the bottom dropped out. So we are standing in the production greenhouse, and you can see behind us the area that Jerry is working on. So I'm going to let him explain what he's doing because he can do that much better than I can do.
I came up here early this morning prior to the rain and got most of the sod moved. So we got the new shrub area that we're going to put in. So we're just wanting to get rid of all the sod. We farm that. So there's lots of
we had
rows still in there. So when you go out to put out shrubs, perennials, and this needs to be somewhat flat.
Right, so, because there were humps. So if you go across it, you go over where the old farm rows.
I'm just trying to take the time, you know, to get it done right this time. The other ones, you know, that we did, we threw out the plastic and we had issues with that. So.
We do, because if the pot sits not level.
Yeah, I was skidding around there like it was like ice, but the machine's fine. If it were to stop raining, I could get back on it and move the slick off. And then what I plan on doing is the tractor has a land plane on the back, and it does a better job of just planing the ground. And then once it digs into the ground, it'll start to bring up new soil, and then I can motor around pretty well. But I think today's a washout. So.
I think it is, because I was looking at the Weather Channel and it said rain for the next couple of hours.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go in and have a nice relaxing afternoon in the house with dry clothes.
I think so too. But anyway,
so how big is that area roughly?
It's like 100 foot more long, and
so 100 feet long.
4, what's that? 60 feet wide, maybe.
So 60 feet by 100 feet.
It's not like huge or anything,
No, but it's enough to help us, and maybe we can walk next door and we can show them the shrubs, like while we're doing it.
Yeah, that's so. We can flip it around.
Yeah, we'll flip it around. We're real casual today here, y'all.
Yeah. So like the shrubs that you see growing right there, we have a mixture of sizes in there, and so we're growing conditions. So some are maturing, some are small. So what we want to be able to do is to separate our growing from mature. So that's what we're doing here is expanding out so we can have more of our babies out there growing on.
Right, so that they're grouped by how old the plant is.
Yeah, not necessarily. They will, and they'll be grouped by, of course, butterfly bushes. And
well, I know, but I mean, there'll be a section, maybe say like this section is all the plants that are a year old, where way back in the new section are the plants that have just arrived.
Right, so we can go over here and show them.
Okay, so we're gonna go over here and show you what the new babies look like. Okay, so here we are, just next door, and of course, we get all of, oh my goodness, all of the Proven Winners shrubs from Spring Meadow in Michigan. Oh, y'all, I have not seen this before.
Steady as she goes.
So, I don't know what you can hear, so I'm going to talk for Jerry. This is Steady as She Goes gardenia from Proven Winners. If you know me, you know I absolutely love gardenias. So this is the first one I've seen. So stinking excited. She smells good. So my favorite all-time gardenia that has performed the best for us here in North Carolina is the Chuck Hayes. And Chuck Hayes, Steady as She Goes, is a sport of that. So it's supposed to be an even more improved version. So I had not seen, oh, I'm so excited.
Orange pillar.
Ooh, so orange pillar. This is, of course, is a barberry. So you can see that these come to us as quart-sized containers. Orange pillar, look at that beautiful color. Oh my goodness. We do not have any barberries yet in our landscape. And I was just telling Jerry, we have some areas that we're going to be adding.
Little lime punch.
Ooh, little lime punch. There we go. All sorts of,
regardless of that color, if it's going to be pink or not here, I mean, it's beautiful.
It is a fantastic.
I think it's a little more controlled and tight than little lime. So
I do too.
This I think will be a good.
I do too, because we had where the fountain, where we just were with the fountain, those two hydrangeas back there were the little lime punches, and we will carry those regardless. They have not turned pink for me, but like Jerry said, they have a much more tighter habit on them, really strong, sturdy stems. And then here we have azaleas. Perfecto Mundo, I believe. Yes, so we have Perfecto Mundo, and so for you NC State fans, these were developed by Dr. Tom Ranney at NC State, so they will do really well. Perfecto Mundo has a double bloom on it. Jerry's trying to get it out for you. And they're going to be a little bit smaller, like the plant itself. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's the double pink. And then there's Perfecto Mundo double white behind him. But they only get to be about in that 3 foot tall at the absolute most. Look at that white. Is that not just stunning? So we'll take these, of course, candy corn spirea right here. We will take these, move these up
this
to...
This is double pink. I think that was purple.
It said double pink.
Really?
I think. Well, double P. So maybe it was double purple.
Yeah, this is pink.
Okay,
well.
And that's the Perfecto double pink. So maybe that was double purple. It just said double P, and I just assumed it was pink. That's what happens when you make assumptions, people. But we will take these quart-size shrubs. We will put them in either a 2 or a 3 gallon size container, and then they will go out into the new shrub lot. This is really informal here today, y'all. Just as we have finally recovered from Mackinac, I think.
Yeah,
and traveling in general. Yeah. So we've recovered from that. It's rainy, it's a Monday, it's a holiday, so you get the unfiltered version of Jenny and Jerry today. With the fountain, the rain is kind of slowing down. What we have to do is there's a couple more things. So we're going to go back down to the fountain. Not that it's going to happen exactly today, but I do want to kind of like talk you through what everything happened, because I know
when we saved these echinacea, And they're
Yeah,
really
we
doing
did.
well.
Can we show you the echinacea right quick? We had showed you these the other week, and they are doing really well. Really well.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's the sombrero yellow improved, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, yellow improved.
Yellow improved. But the echinacea for us have done in the
And
landscape.
believe it or not, go ahead. Sorry.
In the landscape, they have done really well for us this year and are just growing by leaps and bounds. We told you that we were afraid the reason that we moved them in here to the greenhouse was because we were afraid they were drowning.
This was what was happening right here.
Yep.
And even this one here is starting to come back.
It's slowly coming back.
Yeah. See new stuff down in there.
But we can't control how much rain we get, like today, and echinacea do enjoy it nice and dry. So that is why we moved them in here, and they have done really well. What were you going to tell me though?
That was it. Yeah.
Oh.
Just how we saved them. About what the problem was and what they looked like. Some just a few died, but most
Otherwise, we would have lost all of them.
Yeah, really come back with new foliage, and I think if we give those a little more liquid boost, they'll shoot up.
Excellent. All right. So I think the rain is slowing down. It's not quite as a monsoon. My Clemson shirt got extra orange. I know. Look at this.
I don't know how that happened.
So there was a hanging basket above it, and I think a cutting fell down. So this is supposed to be a sedum. What does the tag say?
It's Raccoon Grove tiramisu.
Yeah.
But the thing is this almost looks like jazzberry in a
It
way,
does.
but it's not. There were no jazzberry in here.
There's always, you know what? Life finds a way.
They're pretty.
It's gorgeous. I know. That color is stunning. All right. Once again, we're going to try this.
The new
So, Creekside Petunia. Super Vista Creekside. We're going to go down, whether it's today or tomorrow. The rain's starting again. I don't know. But we're gonna wrap up this video down at the house, and I'm going to explain to you in more detail about the fountain and how it was put together and how it's going to operate and all that good stuff. Okay, so the rain has stopped just enough that we could come over here. So I told you, I was like, I'm gonna wrap this up and show everybody what is happening right now in real time. So here we have the hospitality fountain from Unique Stone, and this is in dark walnut because I wanted it to match the Weston urns that I have on the end caps. We saw this fountain for the very first time in person when we were in Oregon this time last year on our way out of spending time with Laura and Aaron. We stopped by her parents' garden center and they had this fountain on display, and I was like, that is going to be what's going to go in our backyard because it's the perfect size. Of course, it is the pineapple, and pineapples are a sign of hospitality here in the South. So that is just a beautiful fountain. The size and the scale just works out really nicely for this space. You will notice that, of course, if you've had Unique Stone of any kind, it is not wimpy products. So we had to come in here, and that's what Josh and Roman were doing for us this morning, is putting in a nice solid foundation. It was actually 4 of the caps that we used on the seating wall. So they got it nice and level, nice and secure. So we have got this really strong base right here where the fountain can sit on. And then they left, of course, a gap so that the cord for the pump can come out. Now, you will see all this water underneath here. That is just from the rain that just happened. Of course, we will bring the mulch back. I will bring the mulch and probably just right at the base so you're not going to see the platform that the fountain is sitting on. So we will do that once things dry up just a little bit. We don't really want to do that right now. And then what we were talking about as far as wiring. Right now you will see that we have the electrical cord just on the ground. We just plugged it in just to make sure that the fountain worked and to see it and just to get a nice experience with it. But we are going to end up running a drop cord from here and bury it all the way to behind the forest pansy, because that is where the electrical is, instead of hardwiring it right here, because we couldn't hide the box and I don't want a big box showing for the electrical. So that is the plan for right now. But I'm really happy with how just nice this is. It is the perfect little splash. It is a self-contained fountain, so it comes out of the pineapple, comes into this basin and just hangs out there. There is not a lot of oversplash, so that's really good. But yeah, it came out really nicely. And these we're gonna show you real quick. These are those little lime punches that Jerry and I were talking about, where we showed you the babies. Just see how nice and strong and sturdy those are. We just got a good downpour, and these stems are really strong. You can see they have not really turned pink for us. They do have some pink flecks, but they also have some brown on it. These are on irrigation, so they're getting plenty of water, sun up to sundown. I could easily have come in here and pruned them back, and I probably would have fresh blooms right now because our growing season is so long. These bloom on new growth, but really happy with how well they are doing. Super strong, sturdy stems on these guys. But I think that is it for today in our rain-soaked state, but super excited to have this hospitality fountain up. Of course, we'll keep you updated once we get everything fine-tuned, and we'll bring you back for all those projects. But yeah, so the fountain is in, one more step closer. It's been almost exactly 1 year ago today that we held the big bridal party here for our sweet friends Mary Claire and Rylan, who used to be employees of ours. They got married last October, so their party was kind of the christening of this whole patio space. So 1 year later, we got the fountain in, and we could not be happier. So we're gonna go in and get some dry clothes on and have lunch, and we will see y'all in the next video. Bye, friends.